So, some more content now from AquaH 2024. Just going to take you through a few of the shops that I only got short clips of. These are mostly non-coral selling stalls because I spent a lot more time staring at all the coral in those. I'll just kind of take you through each one of these. There are more videos to come. I've managed to take a lot of footage, so lots more coming. So, clownfish for you. These little clownfish were just awesome. I could have watched them all day. They were at that size in that first tank where they're all still balling together when anything scared them, which was interesting to watch. And there's some really stunning clownfish in here. I think it's particularly these ones. They looked really, really nice. And not only, you can see there when they spooked, they all go back into that ball again, which looks so funny. Quite a few different varieties they had here to show everyone. Then we have the custom aquascapes stand, and some of the scapes they had here were fantastic. They looked, especially that big one that was sold, it just looked so nice. And talking about things that look really nice, the Chez artwork, the work she does is just phenomenal. I was really tempted to get something, but most of the big pieces had sold by the time I got myself organised and in there to do something other than video. There were a couple of small pieces left, and for small pieces they were a little bit more than I wanted to spend. I think if you're going to buy a piece, you should buy a big piece, especially if it's going to be an expensive piece. Just get something big. Then what do we have? Charterhouse Aquatics. So they had their own Reefer type stuff, their own carbon, bits and bobs like that. And some interesting 3D printed stuff. I didn't actually notice the skimmer cup breather holder until I watched back the footage, but their media brick holders looked more basic than the ones at Aquaprint, and I think just a bit easier to deal with, and you could lay those ones down, whereas the Aquaprint ones you had to stand them upright. But they had the frag racks and the hex lock type systems there as well as nori feeders and things. Then Eve's Temptations, trigger warning here, if you have a phobia of snakes, you might want to skip to the next one. But they had like these coasters and everything as well. And then just as I spin around the corner here where those two guys from Digital Corals were, there's where all the snakes are. And they had quite a few snakes on display here. Obviously they weren't able to sell the snakes, same as the clownfish, but they had them here on display anyway. Then we have the Frag Rocks guys, and these guys were great. I actually sat and had breakfast with them at the hotel on the Sunday morning. It was great to chat with them and look at the things they've made. And there's some really interesting pieces here as well to keep your frags off of the sand bed, as well as some decorative stuff, particularly things for Cyphastria. Like the skulls would look really cool when they're completely covered in Cyphastria. Then Mother of Aquatics, I think it was, mostly freshwater, I think solely freshwater actually. They had these little biomes on the side there as well, with various different bits of bogwood and plants and things as well. Not massively knowledgeable on freshwater stuff. It's been a long time since I've had a freshwater tank, but the displays at the back looked really good. So these displays here, they looked really nice. The second day there was a bit of humidity in them, but a quick wipe and again they were back to looking really good. Then the sea wave machines, and another really fantastic idea. Rather than just having a fixed way you can point your wave maker, these things oscillate backwards and forwards like your oscillating fan does, and just kind of really increase the random movement in the tanks. So they looked really good. So that was a lot of the non-coral selling vendors that were at AquaH 2024. I'm going to do a similar video with a compilation of all of the ones that were selling coral and the footage that I got of those, and then there's a few more individual videos left to come, and then that's probably it with my AquaH content. It was an absolutely fantastic weekend. Huge thanks to the Aqua Group for arranging it. Can't wait until next year. I need to save up a bit more money before it though, because I spent a lot of money there. But great news for the show. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in another video really soon.